Okay, so it's another day again. It's another room. It is TryHackMe. I'm gonna try the room called Mustacchio. So not gonna do the Italian accent. No way. However, I'm gonna join the room now. Why didn't I do that before? And start the machine. So this is a server on TryHackMe called Easy Boot to Root Machine. I think the overall goal with this one, let me just go back, Mustacchio, let's see, capture the flag, newest, easy, hide completed. So it says XSE enumeration, privilege escalation, and web. So we know there's a web page, we know it's something gaining access and escalating our privileges, we know we need to enumerate, and we know there's something XML something. So let's just assume that it's almost ready. So we need to get the user flag and the root flag, and we're also gonna need to access their web page. Yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just access the web page. And it's probably not up yet, so I'm always too fast. Let's go ahead and start the typical nmap scan. Let's do sudo in front of it, because why not? -sv, sv, thank you. Let's go ahead and do all ports, because I'm that guy. Also, let's go ahead and start up a GoBuster scan directory for this host, and the word list is going to be user used share wordlist direct whatever directory meet to medium. There you go. So before all this, let's just go ahead and see we have it open, it's running, and I'm not gonna open a new one. I'm gonna go back to the ones I have. Not that. Go away window. This one. So I'm gonna run GoBuster, and while that runs, let me just make it a bit smaller. I'm gonna wait for nmap in this really interesting scan. And already right now we found stuff like, custom images fonts. Usually you could custom. Yeah, it looks like we have some CSS going on here, and we have some for mobile phones. Just quickly scroll through it, and yeah, it's very interesting. And style sheets also. Holy moly, can you imagine making this all day long? Just writing CSS all day long? I certainly cannot do that anymore. I did it once. And then we have something JavaScript here. Let's just glance at it pretty quickly. It is something getting elements, setting, parent node, getting visual stuff. This is nothing. And we have a user's back. That's interesting. So I'm gonna take that. I have no idea what that is. Back is usually the word for backup, so that's gonna be in downloads. We're gonna have a look at that in a moment. Let's go ahead and check images, fonts, custom. Alright, so we're gonna see that we have two open port. Well, we detect port 22 and port 80. So let me just say it this way. Did I close the web page? I most certainly did. So this is our web page. This is running on port 80. Our scan indicates that port 80 is closed, which could be, well, I'm not really sure, but let's just say nmap state closed. I think yeah. So the port is open, and it says that there's nothing listening to it, and yeah. So basically it's just that, we do have port 80 open, but it seems like we have an Nginx, which we do. running on Ubuntu as a reverse proxy, and I'm not sure if we can do that, but let's go ahead and just, access. And okay, we have an admin panel here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and say this is okay now. I said please stop. Thank you. So let's go ahead and say, GoBuster, please scan on this particular port 8765. Yeah. So HTTP // that's too many. Alright, so now we're scanning that instead and finding folders and stuff. So what really we have here is the web page and this page here. We also got the users.back file we're gonna take a look at in just a moment. Where was it there again? I most certainly, oh, it's there. I need my TryHackMe window open. So we have the users panel and we have this Mustacchio, the beacon to all mankind, our website template, the father, the actor, the nerd, yeah, contacts, blog, why I grew a mustache. The reason for that was Lorum ipsum dolor sit amet. Oh, I see. Very elite set do whatever. In the country, yeah, can we click on this? Cannot. Gallery about. Yeah. Same kind of nonsense. We have some HTML errors here. Just because I'm curious, I'm gonna have a look at it. Yeah, this is one. And it's because I don't know. No, that's not the one. It looks very interesting. Yeah. All right. So I think I don't see any in particular usernames, anything to get from this. Website. It's an Apache. Yeah, Ubuntu. Okay, so we have some Apache going on. Let's go ahead and just take a look at GoBuster one more time. And it found the auth and assets, and it would probably be this one, I assume. No, it's forbidden. Assets is also forbidden, so we are stuck to this website here tasking us to log in, and it's a PHP site. Alright, so that is, yeah, so we are sending our credentials with the post HTTP method to this route here. That is why it said action on the form. So action is where you're gonna send it. Well, not you, but the code, right? So we have something hidden here. Doesn't really, well, say much. One could, of course, try and, look at this. Another point. Let's go ahead and take a look at the file that we got on downloads. So we have users back. Let's go ahead and cat users out to the screen. And it seems like it's SQLite. Okay, so it's some SQL file, it seems. So we need to load that into our SQL database, I assume. We need to read this file, and not really sure what is inside of it, to be honest. Could we just, directly put it in? Let's just one more time. It is a SQLite 3 database last written version. Alright, so we need some way to browse that, and I think there is something called SQLite browse or something like that, which is the yeah, there is something here. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can get that, you know, with using sudo apt get install SQL. It seems we could. What? No, I don't wanna just install it. I have it. Oh wow. Users backup. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Browse table. Yeah, so this is a user called admin, and it looks like this is MD5. Let's go ahead and do hash identifier and put that in. What? Okay. Copy pasting is difficult. I think you would agree with me. Browser users.back, and let's take this username. What does it say again? Let's make this. Yeah. Alright, so it's basically some rules here. I would say it doesn't really matter. This is the text. Come on. Copy. There we go. And let's go ahead and paste that in here. Not found. There we go. It is a pretty good chance this is just SHA-1. So let's go ahead and visit CrackStation. And let's paste it in, send a robot. And we have a password for Bulldog19, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we have a user called admin Bulldog19. So let's go ahead and go to the panel, and we can log in. And it would seem that the only thing we can do here is to Barry. You can now SSH using your key. So we have a user called Barry. Where was this again? There we go. I clicked it, and Barry is a user. You can now SSH in. So basically, we need a we need the SSH key, I would assume, for Barry. Let's see what GoBuster found so far. Not really anything. We could of course try stuff like .ssh. No, that's not there. That would be amazing. Add a comment to the site. Test. Alright, so let's go ahead and just look at this. Network tab, storage would be for my case. So we have a session ID. It would seem to be the one we logged in with. We authenticated, so I would say no particular reason to look for that anymore or use that anymore. Yes. So let's see. Yeah. So basically we are chunky. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we are admin, we are logged in. As a good chance we can use something, we can do some stuff here to further exploit the web. Now I hardly think this has anything to do with SQL injection. And we didn't see any XML at all. So what I'm gonna do one more time and just basically have a look. We did say that Barry, you can now. We'll now log in. What is this? Oh. This is a path on all. Don't forget that back. So what if we take this one here? Could we just access that? I mean, auth in front. So we're getting a file, we're downloading it, and yeah, we're gonna have a look at it with our. So let's see, don't forget, it's an XML file. Okay, now we have some XML. Name Joe, Barry Clad. This paragraph was a waste of time. Yeah. If you haven't had you wasted an estimate time 20 seconds. Yeah. So we need to probably use this in some way. Document cookie. Insert XML code. T-box null and T-box length. So the box. What have the ID of box? So let's go ahead and say ID. Where was it? There we go. Box. That is the text area I'm writing in. Oh wow. There. Was that true? Please. So let's go ahead and mark it and say that is the text area we are in. So this box here is being read by the check area method when I click the button, which is true, and then it takes all of the constant inside if it's not 0 or null, and do nothing. Okay. Very interesting. Let's just whoa. Let's just try to take all of this and paste that in. Okay. It does work. It does interpret the XML. Can we see how that is done? Am I missing? It doesn't really matter, I would say. It doesn't really matter. I'm sending this to the page I'm on, home, and it does something to it. This is what? Insert XML code. Oh, it is basically just a function to inform me. I didn't think that way. I was just thinking. So we need to find an exploit now, and the exploit would be. Let's just. This is too much, so it's just gonna be test, and yeah. So we're gonna find a way to inject something. So let's go to Google XXE exploit. And what is an XXE exploit? Do we have something here? Yeah, they show some things we can do. Just want to find something I can pretty easy, just put in, and this is too much. I want to copy paste. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. Something like that, I guess. Where did it go? So it could be something like that, I assume. Yeah. Let's copy that then that I marked here. Let's go back to this beautiful site. Wait a second. We need to have this, don't we? We need to have this doc type stuff. Let's just take, yeah, it's all of that. It's basically, we can so let's take all of this here. I failed to copy paste. Why is this bird here? Let's put it under there and say, yeah, why not? No. Nope. Let's one more time. Not waste any minutes. So it's gonna be there, I assume. It looks wrong. It looks wrong. This is let's find another page with a bit more. Okay, so accessing a local resource that may not return. Remote code execution. Now we're talking. Okay, so we have something here, looks like that, and we need to copy paste. Let's just take this one here now. So we're gonna take this here and say, let's just do it. No. No. Wait a second. Am I? Yeah. So. Okay. We need to. The element is gonna be name, and the entity is gonna be. How do we do this again? We're gonna do. This is okay. Some syntax I just need to be aware of. I didn't read it too well, so let's just, instead of that, let's just quickly try it. No. So doc type is not foo. What would the doc type be? Let's just try another one. Doc type structure, foo again. I would think that the doc type is not foo. No. All right. Let's see. Everything you need to know about XXE. You need to find something that works, because we know what we need. What you're gonna do. This is a typical problem in look for stuff. Is that, yeah? Well, you know what you're gonna do, but you know, that's just getting the right syntax. And you know, you can just sit and look at this forever. Like, you know, it's foo. It could be anything. It's just element is name is any. I wouldn't really know, you know. And the entity expect. I'm not really sure, you know. That's the thing. I'm not really sure. And even if we yeah, it's empty. It should say something inside of this one here if it works. So we need to just, you know, find, and it does say something about doc type. Whoa, what's this? User? Is it the first one? Comment? No. Name? No. No. Alright, so we're gonna copy paste it again. Basically, that's what happens when you test too fast. So, and we have it here. But we need to exploit it. So that would be, let's just try this kind of, you know, small thing. Let's put that in there and say doc type entity, say word, text. Yeah, so we need to have this word variable, I would guess this is called. And whoops, so it's just word. Let's see if something happens now. No. Doc type comment, I don't know. Doc type name. Nope. What if I remove all this and just keep this there and say name? No, that will not work either. So we need to find the correct syntax when you're gonna exploit this. And you know, I could have prepared, I know, but I didn't. I just, you know, did a front head first. Oh yeah, so it was file. We need to do something like command wise. So let's see if there's something about a command. This is getting a bit frustrating. So let's see, injection payload list. Oh yeah, that is okay. So I guess the shadow file. Replace. Let's try that one. You know, I'm not an XML fan of any at all. So it's gonna be ent. So I'm gonna copy that, you know, basically, and take this there. Please work. What about just the passwords? Wow. Okay. So okay. Now we have it. Now we execute commands. So basically, if I take this and do stuff like, you know, another file, I need to execute a command now. And how would I be able to do that? I guess we can try and get the SSH key for Barry. So that would be, I guess that would be home Barry SSH, and then do stuff like no, what is it again? Is it this? CD home Kelly what is it? Take this SSH keys. What I usually call. I'm just have a brain fart. You know, when I need to do it, need to remember it. I just can't. So let's see. The pair. Yeah, the pair. ID. I need the one. Could I do that? No, just. Is it called ID? ID, I would say, yeah. So ID. Ah. So that's gonna be the private key for Barry. So let's take all this and let's save sudo nano ID RSA, boom, and we have something from old days. Gonna delete all that, put the new one in. Nope, I set the new one. It doesn't really want to do that, so let's go ahead and mark it one more time. This is not a typical issue. Thank you. Let's. I have no hands on my keyboard and it's running. Stop, please. Yes, quit. SSH-I IDRSA Barry at 10.10.239 at 185. Yes. Oh. chmod 666 IDRSA. Really? I think it's also 600, to be honest. Invalid format. Oh. Yeah, it does. This might be encrypted. Okay. Let's have a look at it. What was it? It was IDRSA, so yeah, that is the one. So what it says, SSH to John, ID to crack me please, the text. It's a joke. SSH to John. Do I have that command? Really? I should have it. So locate SSH to John. Not 22, but just 2. Yeah, I have it. So let's go ahead and do this. So Python SSH to John, IDSA ID to crack me please, the text. It's not a valid. Okay, so sudo nano ID. What if we say all of this gobble gobble? All of this. This is now valid. It's not valid. I think I'm gonna do this again. So let's copy this and do a sudo nano, and then just all this go away. And this is the file. It's not a valid private key file. Where's that? So maybe we should just it's not a valid chmod 600 ID RSA. Can I log into this? You know, 10.10.239. I think something is wrong with my. Yeah, something is wrong. What could that be? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? I don't really get it. It's not a valid key. So I do have the key here. Let's go do it in source. Yeah, so it's all of this I need to copy paste. It is. And we just, you know, well, yeah, it looks pretty, I guess, if it's not a. Let's please. Why is it there? So okay, I don't have a passphrase. It's it seems work now. Crack. Oh, it's okay, there we have it. So John, crack me whatever, and now trying to crack the key, and let's see if it works. So I'm gonna let it run for a second and pause the video. So it's been a while. I think I'm gonna add a word list for this. So user share word list rock you, and basically what? Is it not that? Is it not dash v word list? Okay. Okay, so dash word list. Maybe there's an equal sign. Yeah, it seems like they're working now. So I'm I'm using the word list called rock you now. And we have a password called Uriel James. Is that the one? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's close this, clear SSH back into this one as the passphrase, and we are in. We have a shell. I'm gonna cat out the user and get our first flag. Ladies and gentlemen, we have access to the server. And the hint would be that check the source of the page. Yeah, you know. So now we learned that the cold hard way that we cannot copy paste from the web page. We need to copy paste from the source, which we did, and then the keyword. One of the key struggles every time I do these things is remembering you need to copy paste from a more copy paste friendly area. Wow. Okay, so. Anyways, we need to get, we have a real shell. So let's do sudo.l to see if we got something we can Oh, I just pasted the flag. Let's go paste the password. I said the password one more time for Barry. What? Why is this not true? Copy. Okay. Let's go ahead and find then the how can I explain this? We're gonna need to find some binaries that can be executed with the SUID set. So let's go ahead and say Linux Kali SUID find, and the super Linux for escalation using SUID files. And SUID is a definition of set user owner ID, which is something we would like so that can execute on a higher level. So that is going to be our command. Let's paste it in, and voila, we're getting some stuff here. Alright, so we got something here, Joe. So let's go to home. Let's go to Joe, and we have this. Let's see what that is. It's a file called live.log. We have the right to read and execute it. So what is that? It's no idea. Yeah, okay. File. It says something. It says set UID elf 64 bits dynamically link something file. Let's go ahead and see. Can we execute it? Okay, live log. It's a log reader from Nginx. Can we find some strings in it? Yeah, so we need to get something from this file. I would say okay, so it's calling tail, which is the binary, and okay. So usually, let me just see if I get this. So which tail is showing us where this file is? This is a relative call, so it's not a direct call. Direct call will be saying where the file were to be, and since it's not, it is directly just taking. So okay. So let's take this command here and say this is what I want to do. This is very loose end. I assume, let's clear. What is our path variable? The path variable is. Can I do this a more beautiful way? Yeah. So we're looking in this directory first, then that directory, and so on. So if we can change the path, call our own tail command before we look for it in all these we're gonna start here. So we need to append our own path first. So let's go back to home. And we are the user Barry, are we not? Yeah. So inside here we're gonna nano into tail, and this is important you call the same thing. And I think we're gonna do a bash script. So the syntax is basically bin bash, and what we're gonna do is basically ask it to run bin bash. I guess that's gonna be it. File tail. This is a shell script. All right. So now we need to let's just see the rights. We need to change so everyone can call this. We don't want any mistakes here. And we can see that everyone can now call the tail script we created. And just, you know, what this basically does is creating a new shell. I assume that maybe this other user, the owner of that script, can spawn a better shell for us. Let's see if that is the case. No need to export a path variable to /home/Barry/ and then we're gonna append the path in front, because we needed to look for this binary called tail. It's gonna call for this in this particular path for the first one. Let's go and do that, and then it's echo. Okay, I can do that. Echo path. So it's first gonna look for tail in this directory now. So if I were to go back to home, Joe, and then let's say execute live log, I'm root. Okay. So let's go ahead to go to root and cat root dot text. I said text. That is our flag, and basically that's it, I guess. So we solved the room. Now let me just give you my thoughts. What did I do? So whenever we did, let's just say room, home, Joe, let's do strings on live log. This is a bit advanced. So if you take live logs and you scroll through the strings, now, and strings is a command that takes whatever string you can find. You know, if you're programming, you know what integers, strings, floats, like that, right? So you look for strings in the binary, and the binary is calling this command called tail, and tail is a command that takes the last path, last part, not path, but part of a file's content, and show that instead of just catting everything out, showing everything in the file. So if you were to go, let's say, to this here, and it said like cat shell.exe, it's a lot of stuff. But if you said tail shell.exe, you'll only get some of it, and instead of all of that, you know, you can see a lot of text. We only got some of it. Anyways, I think you can also go say man for manual to tail and say it output the last part of a file. Anyways, this is just quit. Yeah. So basically, we got that, and since this is a relative path, it's not doing. It should call it from you say where which is the command to find where's this binary installed. It's in the binary user binary file. So if they appended that here, the user bin tail, I would not be able to do that unless I would be able to write this file, you know, my own file, because it's basically just calling that command, and whatever we are putting here, it doesn't really matter, you know. It's just we're executing this binary, and since we could change the path of. And path is the same thing in Windows, called the environment variable for the path there as well. Whenever you're going to execute your new binary installed, well, basically you just putting that on a line, so you're adding a new, it's a user interface, it's easier to see, I guess. This is separated by a colon here. So basically well, our path for root is not the same, but we painted the new path, and then yeah, we can execute the command. So that's how the room is done. I hope you like this way where I showcase the struggle and take you on the voyage of, you know, how to find your, you know, your solutions. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you like the video, and I'm gonna see you again in the future. Bye.